All right, folks, good morning to you, or whatever time it is that you're watching this video. It is 9:46 a.m. depending on what time I upload this video. But a lot of people are still feeling overwhelmed, still feeling confused, and maybe lost a little bit. The main thing is people are still in need of prayer, answers. You may have some folks out here, which I do know. There are folks, plenty of people out here who are searching for answers. They may have had family members who have probably taken the needle and they're praying for them. Some people have family members who constantly keep running back to that. We do have people who have repented of it and who are never going back to it. People need a place to unload and ask God for forgiveness and feel a connection with the rest of the body of Christ, which is the bride. So in this link, in this chat, in this comment section, there is a link to another server room if you want to. I mean, there's plenty of them out there, but I'm doing my own as I've always been doing. I've been contacted by a couple folks that say we are getting away from that in the current Rapture room, which that room was primarily set up for links that we can't share and topics that we can't share on YouTube, but we still got to have a dedicated room for just straight prayer. And in this room, there will be some people who will be admins. I'm personally making admins, and their instructions are to, if you see anything outside of prayer and talking about salvation and healing, then delete it. This room, sometimes we can get out of pocket and start turning a room into a TikTok room, and we're posting selfies and all of this and sports, and we're not, we want to get away from that. Okay, we don't even want that in the regular room, to be honest. But this room will be dedicated for strictly prayer and salvation. People are still struggling with personal issues like addiction. See, addiction itself is one word that a lot of different things can fall under. So if you're struggling with addiction and you need prayer, your health is not all the way where it need to be. Constant doctor's visits. You got problems with family members, your children, a wife or a husband situation, or you're going through something on the job with a supervisor or a coworker, and you feel like you need a place to plug into and get strengthened and encouraged. That's what this room will be for. So if you are a prayer warrior, I would invite you to join the room. And when people put prayer requests in, we're going to acknowledge their name and their prayer requests, and we're going to pray for them. We're not beating people over the head like Aunt Esther on Sanford and Son with the Bible. We're not doing that in this room. What we're doing is simply almost like consultation. Pray ye for one another. That's what we're going to do in this room. Pray for one another. The world has enough problems that a lot of people cannot compute, cannot calculate what's going on. Some people are under pressure like you would never know. And they may smile on the outside, but on the inside, they hold a lot of stuff back that they're dealing with. And so sometimes it is necessary to confess these things because you don't want these things to fester on the inside. To where now it's making you physically ill and sick, changing your mood and your personality. We have to work these things out. We need to work out our salvation with fear and trembling, okay? So I don't want to see in this room posts about the earth being flat or round. I'm not into that. I don't want to see in this room talking about who the Antichrist is. I don't want to see in this room talking about what's going on with Israel and all of this stuff. We ain't talking about none of that. We ain't talking about no kind of conspiracies over here. We got a whole nother room for that, and that's the Rapture room. But in this room, it's dedicated to prayer only. People have issues. They need to get them off their chest. They need to talk about personal things that they can't get through on the other room because now it's just flooded with end time stuff. So this room here is dedicated only for prayer. Okay? I still got to watch the other room because that's, if you don't reel people in, they'll get off into TikTok and craziness in the room, and we don't even want that over there. Okay? We want information over there in the Rapture room, but we don't want to even turn that into no TikTok personal love fest of me and what I'm doing. We're talking about the end times over there, but we don't want to get way left of center even in that room. Okay, but this room here, the prayer room, is exactly that, folks. We are just praying. If you have a need for prayer, I don't care whether the channels you on, none of that. If you have a need for prayer, or if you are a prayer warrior and that's all you do is pray, and you pray for other people and their requests, even prayer warriors need prayer too. So this will be a room full of prayer. Share some verses, go over some things with some folks. We're not talking about, again, we're talking about personal, making it personal with you and God. Okay, we're not talking about the world. We ain't talking about nothing. We are talking. See, a lot of people, are waiting on the harpazo. But if you ain't right with God and you haven't, or you're having a problem with repentance and understanding that, you're still committing sins of omission and commission, and you don't really understand what that means, we need to get that talked about. We need to pray for you, as we need prayer for ourselves as well. So that's what this room will be for, in the Discord room. So if you are technically inclined just a little bit, and you can use these social media apps, Discord ain't no different from Trash Book, Insta Scum. It ain't no different from LinkedIn. They all work the same. Sign up, create an account, click the link, join the room. And if you feel like you're a prayer warrior and that's what you do, you can help people with prayer. We're not putting your personal spin on it. All we're doing is just praying for folks and encouraging one another. We're not here to take nobody's head off. You know, you see people who are looking for prayer, looking for some type of uplifting. Oh, because you've been married 3 or 4 times, or 10, 12 times, now you're getting blasted and you suffer condemnation. We're not doing that over here. You need a place where you can say, hey, I need prayer. I'm going through this thing. And then when you get a result from that prayer, come back into the room and let us know what the result was. That's basically it. That's all we're doing in this room. And the link will be in the chat pin, so you can join us over on Discord in the prayer room. What makes me bring this, again, I've had some people personally message me through the app, and we do need to get back to that. As I said, we're going to start the prayer call soon. But this is Psalm 61, verse 1 through verse 1 and 2. It says, Father in heaven, you are the God of King David, and my God as well. You reign forever and over everything. Bring me peace when I am overwhelmed. I don't know how I can accomplish all the things I need to get done. Light my path and show me the activities and obligations I can say no to. Please help me release the burdens that preoccupy my mind and keep you at bay. Come near. God, please hear the cries of those who feel overwhelmed as they serve you. Many of them don't feel your presence right now in their lives. Remind them of your faithfulness. Okay? This is something I just picked up. These are little things that we can post. If you're going to do links, post links of inspirational Bible verses. And then we got people that are in need of prayer. So that was somebody's prayer. But the original verse says, hear my cry, attend to my prayer. For the end of the earth will I cry to you. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. That's Psalm 61, verse 1 and 2. This is where we want to be at as far as the room goes. And I have pinned a message in that room. Everybody will come in their room at the same time. There will be admins or moderators in there that will be watching for goofiness. And when we get outside of the coloring lines, they will. Ain't got to counsel you about it. If you've been given the rules off rip and you still go off center and you start doing things outside of what we're asking for folks to do in the room, your stuff will be deleted. Okay, this is very simple. We're not doing that in this room. What we are doing is attending to people's needs and prayers. Flat out. That's simple. Okay? This is not a room where we're posting links to all this other stuff that's going on in the world. We are getting personal with God in this room. Personal. We are trying to tighten up and fly right. We are trying to be 10-2 on the steering wheel. Some of y'all just sit back this way and drive because we good. Everybody can't do that just yet. Okay? Everybody can't drive in the rain. Everybody can't drive in the snow. Some of us are experienced. We can go through. We can deal. Other folks are not. They're still trying to get their bearings. So that's what this room is going to be for. All right? So I look forward to seeing you guys in the new room. It's the prayer room. And it's got my custom logo there. Well, it's not my logo. It belongs to Jesus. But it's got the nails of the cross as the icon of the room when you show up there. And we will be in there praying ye one for another. Remember, folks, we ain't in there talking about worldly stuff. We in there talking about making it personal with God through Jesus Christ. That's what we're doing. We're airing out our grievances with the enemy and all of our personal problems. We're asking for prayer for it. And then we want a praise report when you see things turning around based on the prayer that you have asked for. Okay? So the Father knows what we are in need of. That's what this room is for. The things that we are in need of spiritually, so that we can keep our garments clean. All right, folks? So we're going to continue to develop the ministry any and every kind of way we can. You can be connected to whatever, okay? I'm hearing from on high. This is what we're going to be doing, as well as the other stuff that we're doing, okay? So everything needs to be sectioned off. So this is another section. Prayer room, prayer request, supplication, making it personal with God. Peace. Hit the link in the comments and get signed up into that prayer room. Deuces.